Thousands of supporters and opponents of Egypt's new Islamist president clashed in Cairo's Tahrir Square on Friday in the first such violence since Mohamed Morsi took office more than 3 months ago, as liberal and secular activists erupted with anger accusing the Muslim Brotherhood of trying to take over the country. The two sides hurled stones and chunks of concrete and beat each other for sticks for several hours, leaving more than 100 injured, according to the state news agency. 2 buses used by the Brotherhood to bring in supporters were set aflame behind the Egyptian Museum. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The repository of the country's pharaonic antiquities, in scenes reminiscent of last year's clashes between protesters against the regime of then leader Hosni Mubarak and his backers. The melee erupted between 2 competing rallies in Tahrir. One was by liberal and secular activists to criticize Morsi's failure to achieve promises he had made for first 100 days in power, the other had been called by Morsi's Muslim Brotherhood. The clashes come as criticism among leftists, liberals and secularists against Morsi has been growing since he was inaugurated more than 3 months ago as Egypt's first thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Freely elected president. His opponents accuse Morsi, the Brotherhood and other Islamists of trying to impose their dominance and Islamize the state, including through the writing of a new constitution. Some Egyptians are also frustrated that Morsi, a long-time Brotherhood figure, has not done more to resolve the multiple problems facing the country, from a faltering economy and fuel shortages to tenuous security and uncollected piles of garbage in the streets. Morsi boasted earlier this week in a nationally televised speech that he had carried out much of what he had promised for thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. His first 100 days, and his supporters say he needs time in the face of overwhelming difficulties inherited from Mubarak's authoritarian and corruption-riddled rule. One anti-Brotherhood protester in Tahrir, Abdullah Walid, said he had voted for Morsi in this year's election to prevent his opponent, a long-time Mubarak loyalist, from winning. Now I regret it because they are just 2 faces of the same coin, Walid said. Morsi has done nothing for the revolution. I want to say I am so sorry for bringing in another repressive regime. Liberal thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. And leftist groups had called Friday's protest to demand accountability and more action from Morsi after his first 100 days in office. The Liberals also want greater diversity on the panel tasked with writing Egypt's new constitution, which is packed with Islamists, including Brotherhood members. The Brotherhood called for a separate rally to denounce the acquittals earlier this week of 24 former senior figures from Mubarak's regime who had been accused of organizing the deadly attack on protesters during last year's January-February 25 11 wave of protests that led to Mubarak's ouster. The Brotherhood rally was to call thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. For judicial reforms and to support a move by Morsi on Thursday to remove the Prosecutor General, who has been widely criticized for preparing shoddy cases against Mubarak-era politicians and police. Buses organized by the Brotherhood had brought in supporters from the provinces for their rally. But the secular camp accused the Brotherhood of holding the gathering to distract from their anti-Morsi protest. The violence erupted when Morsi supporters stormed a stage set up by the rival camp, angered by chants they perceived as insults to the president. The Islamist backers smashed loudspeakers then toward thank you for trying verbose.